virtually this process is worse and more difficult and cumbersome than actually moving into a new apartment or a new home. And this had to be done every 2 weeks. So I, of course, wanted the place to be somewhat livable. So there were the items that weren't made of wood, I would place them back out into the area where they originally were. But then come a few days before the next inspection, I had to make sure that everything was bagged and sealed and taken away. My fish tank had to be covered. My animals had to be replaced in a different location because no one could go into the apartment for 5 hours. Then I had to return to the apartment and then open up all the windows and sit outside for an additional hour before I could go back in, because how toxic these chemicals are that they use to kill these bed bugs. So I went through the series of the 3 treatments. One was not done on December 5th as scheduled. I had called the pest control company because I was given their information, and the inspector was very friendly. And on the 5th of December, which was a Monday, when they had not showed up at noon and they were scheduled at 9, I called them. I was informed that they were not coming out until that Thursday, the 9th of, the 9th of December. So when I had called back to speak with Dale Coleman, he chastised me, was very rude and unprofessional, telling me that I had no business calling them and that everything had to go through him. And I told him, they left me the information, the document stating what protocol I had to file with their number, and the inspector was very nice, and he did not inform me that I had to go directly through him for all of this. And I told him the exact same thing that I just mentioned to you, and then requested from him the remainder of the inspections, when they were going to happen and at what time, since he was in charge of that.
Do you think that this response by Dale indicates John Stewart's management style?
Absolutely. Dale has been nothing but rude, short, condescending, unprofessional, and downright mean to me in the years that I've lived there. And I have made several complaints to Dan Stone about his behavior, his demeanor, his tone, his personality, his attitude. And the response that I get back is, well, sometimes he can be short, but he really does a good job, and it's not intentional, it's not really directed at you. Well, I beg to differ, it's not directed at me.
Right. Other tenants have told me they received the same treatment from Dale, and it has made me wonder for a long time whether this is indicative of, he would not behave that way were he not given permission by the people above him, and at the top is John Stewart.
Right, and the only person that resides with him in that office is the property manager, Dan Stone, Una, the accountant, Charles Wong, who knows because his title changes all the time, and another gal that another Asian woman that I'm forgetting her name right now, but that does the recertifications for Section 8. It'll come to me in a second, but those are the only people that are in that office.
Why?
Why? Because JSCO is cheap. I remember when I was working as a clinical manager for Catholic Charities back in 2013, Dan had hired this white woman to be his assistant manager. Within a month, she was gone. She was terminated. And ever since then, and prior to that, and to this day, no assistant property manager.